Hi, I'm Jim Lowe, and welcome to one of my high country video chronicles. Today is day 4 of our journey through California Golden Trout country. If you've missed days 1 through 3, please go back and watch. It'll give you a better understanding of where we are and what we're doing. Today, we were going to venture to the upper lake, but as you can see behind me, some clouds have moved in, and it's only like 7:30 in the morning. So we're not quite sure what's going to happen with those clouds. They're a little dark for 7:30 in the morning, so it's making us think that we might have a little weather. Instead, we're just going to continue to fish this lake. We're going to fish the far side this time. We didn't get to the far side yesterday. Basically, to fish the far side, you've got to go up to the bluff that's behind my right shoulder. And so we'll do that today, and hopefully we'll get in some nice fish. It is colder today, partially because of the clouds, partially because of the wind. When the sun comes out, it's nice and toasty. With these clouds overhead, it's keeping it cold. So I'm a little sore this morning from that fall I took yesterday, but everything checks out. I've got a bruise on my thigh, my shoulder's a little sore, got a nice raspberry on my hip, but that's about it. So I'm lucky I'm not 10 years older. I probably would have broken a hip if I were, but yeah, I think I'm good to go for the rest of the trip. A couple days ago I made a joke about getting a new water filter because I was too tired to pump after the hike. And this morning was actually the first time that I've ever had trouble with the water filter. I went down to pump water and it wasn't working. Now the whole system is predicated on suction, and I eventually got the suction going, but yeah, I guess I'm going to have to look for a new water filter when I get back. You may have noticed if you saw yesterday's episode that there's no smoke. The smoke is cleared up, and I am so thankful for that. I tell you, it was difficult last night sleeping. I mean, there was so much smoke that I couldn't breathe, and I put on my buff. That wasn't helping. I've got an N95 mask, which was fine, except because we're at altitude, the N95 itself just made it hard to breathe, and so you just have to forcibly breathe, and there's no way you can sleep with that on. So yeah, I don't know, probably about 1 o'clock in the morning the wind came up, and I was never more thankful to see wind. So the wind is keeping it smoke free, but it's also keeping it really cold. So yeah, you got to be thankful for what you've got when you've got it, and I'm happy that I can breathe this morning, and I've got enough warm clothes that I can deal with the cold. So I'm gonna make my way to the far side of the lake this morning. Roger's already on the water. We're gonna split up. So I've got my radio today. I'm using a Midland Extra Talk, which I believe is an FRS and GMRS radio, but I'll double check that. There's essentially 2 ways that I can go. I can either go up that chute there, or I can go up this chute over here. I think I'm going to go to the one on the right because it seems a little bit more gradual. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. That hike in here really took a lot out of me. So yesterday I was feeling a little logy, but day of rest, a couple good nights of sleep, they do wonders. So feeling pretty good. I may not be saying the same thing when I get to the top of that bluff, but we'll see. Roger's fishing that point. He said he hooked into the fish of the trip yesterday. I think he said it probably would have gone 17 or 18 inches. So let's see if he gets into anything. He's still trying to get line out. Frankly, I'm not convinced that this is a morning place. It always seems to me that it fishes better after lunch than it does before. Actually, now that I'm here, it looks like it might be better just to go up the granite, at least halfway. Okay, nearly at the top of the bluff. The chute would have been a good way to go. The bluff was a little steeper than it looked. Now I've just got to go around this whole thing and then come back down. Okay, let's come up here and see if I have to walk all the way around, or yeah, it looks like, yeah, I'm thinking it's better to walk all the way around. Although that section right in there really looks intriguing. I'm gonna have to climb in and climb out, but that's not such a bad thing. It's got that channel there where there's an inlet. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'll come up around and then come down. That looks doable. Now originally I had planned to head up that way towards the pass. There's a third lake up there, and it's either fishless or it holds the biggest fish. Who knows? Okay. So it looks like if I want to get down there, I'm gonna need to go over to that tree and then start down. That upper lake might be fishless, or it might hold the biggest fish. Depends on who you talk to. Both claims make sense in that right before a lake goes fishless, right, more and more fish start to die off, leaving fewer fish for competition, leading to larger fish. So yeah, there could have been really huge fish up there back in the day, and they could be all dead now. But I kind of wanted to go up there and see for myself, but I don't want to be stuck that far from camp if a bad storm comes in. So okay, here's the tree, and this is where I think I can go down. If I get it wrong, then that means I've made a whole lot of work for myself. So far so good. Looks like I've got a clean shot all the way down there. Although, from this perspective, it actually doesn't look like I've got many choices in terms of places to fish. I may not have very many fishing options here, but it sure is beautiful. Okay, so it's really shallow here, and there are no fish cruising in these shallows. Looks like there's a little channel there that I can reach from that rock next to that bush, and then I'll try to go out on this point. I'll do some investigation over there, but I don't think I'll be able to bushwhack very successfully through those bushes. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, the whole place looks pretty shallow, but yeah, doesn't hurt. Now, before I fish though, one of the things I need to fix is this tip. It's loose. You can see it's moving around, and it was basically twisting the line up yesterday as I was trying to cast, doing that. I tried to fix it quickly yesterday using a lighter, but that didn't work, so I'm just going to take a small strip of Gorilla Glue and just put it at the base of the tip and that wrap. Yeah, that's not pretty. I'm going to have to do a proper job back at camp tonight. Okay, on to some fishing. Ironically, I just realized I left my net at camp. It looks like this water cascades down into the lake. Let's hope that what we're seeing there is deep water and not just brown sediment. Okay, it looks a little deeper with brown sediment. I don't think I'm going to prospect here. Maybe around this bush I might. Not seeing any fish. Okay, well maybe I'll prospect around this bush. So I made some prospecting casts right in here and logged down the edge of this this bush. You know, any other lake where you would have cruising fish, you'd probably find fish in here, but the one thing I've noticed about this lake is they don't really cruise the shallows here, so but it was worth a shot. It's a good spot. I'm gonna see if I can get around the bush. Okay, let's see what we can do over here. Well, it looks like I can squeeze in through there. What about up over here? Oh yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to hit that first if I can get, presuming I can get down in there, and then I'll come back and go through the brush there. Okay, so based on the fishing on the other side of the lake, this type of water may not be productive, but this little bit right in here might be. So I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna fish it all, but I'm gonna concentrate my efforts over here. Now there's still a trickle of water coming in here. There's still current from the wind. You know, and in most lakes, inlets are good places to fish. So as you can see, we've got a deep channel coming in through here and out towards the main body of the lake. I already made some casts in here. I'll throw some casts going across, and I'll try to get farther and farther out. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is, my first roll cast I think is going to be along this edge, as far out as I can make it. Nope, my first casts are going to be right in here, just to make sure I'm not stepping on any fish. And then I'm going to get on that rock and cast out farther. This water is so crystal clear. You'd think if there were fish here, I'd see them. You would think. I'm standing very uncomfortably on an odd-shaped rock. Gotta find a good, comfortable position here. Time to recast. So, no strikes or seeing any fish so far. There we go. think what I'm going to do is go out, fish the point, and then come back. It looks like there might be a viable exit up that chute and then up and over. That'll save me a lot of time from having to climb out. Okay, one more cast over here, and then I'm going to move. And do I want to go up farther? Yeah, I guess I do. And let's put it right there. Nope. There we go. Here's what the other side of that bluff looks like. That looks like better water for how I want to fish. Let's see if I can see what's over on that side. But this is looking good. Now Roger was fishing that point there. Not quite sure where he went. I know he's coming over here, so. It looks like I could go all the way over there. The question is, where am I going to land fish? And that's what I've got to take into account, right? I don't think I want to be going down this slope to try to land fish. Over here might be a little better. I don't know. And I don't have my net, so this is the perfect place for a net. Okay, that point looks doable, and that looks doable. This is nice and deep, and maybe there are fish along this edge here. We'll see. So I hooked into a fish here, but my fly was so deep that I didn't get a good hook set, and yeah, it was strange. It didn't feel like a strike at first. And so, I set the hook, and then I saw the flash, and by the time I tried to get on it, it was gone. Finally into a fish. Jeez. I can get down here and land it. Maybe over here is a better place to land it. I can get him under these rocks. Smart, I'd get him on the reel. Come on. A lot of head shaking. Okay. Not a bad fish. Okay, how do I land him without losing my rod? Okay, there we go. Oh, not bad. Not a good fish at all. Okay, I got another fish on, and another one, 30 seconds, and I'm catching them like right at this drop here. So this is similar water to yesterday. And I guess they're just sitting there because I was just about to pick up and recast. But this is that spot when I walked up, I said, okay, that's similar water to what I was fishing yesterday. Take my glove off so it doesn't get all wet. The hounds are calling. By the lakes I am home, leave the stress behind. Okay, little guy, come on. Just some strong fish. Give him that. Okay. Yeah, I could have used that net today. Come on. Nice male. Oh man, it's a fat fish. Beautiful colors. Dude, chill out and I will let you go. There we go. That might be the best fish. Oh, the whole trip. Come on, come on. Yeah, what is that? That's 17 inches, maybe? I didn't want to get my gloves wet, but I had to do it to handle him. There we go. Ooh, this might be a big one. Oh, geez Louise. Better get this on the reel. Okay. He's feisty, if nothing else. Not as big as I would have thought. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, little dude. That's another. Whoa, chill. easy. Okay. Not a bad fish. Whoa! Not a bad fish. Okay, go. That's a beautiful fish. Nice one. Come on, come on, come on. Chill, chill. So I was going to break for lunch, but I'm starting to catch a lot of fish. So I'm going to keep fishing until it stops, and then I'm going to break for lunch. As if the lake said, too many fish for you, the wind has suddenly just picked up to like gale force. It's ridiculous. I can't even get my cast out. I mean, it was windy before, now it's just, geez. Well, that was some fast and furious 45 minutes. I don't know what to say about that other than the same pattern that I was using on the other side of the lake was working. You know, casting it out as far as I could, counting down. In this case, it was interesting because depending on the distance that it went out, I had to change the count. So farther out, 30 count, closer in, 40 count. Presumably that's just a factor of the farther out that I was casting, the deeper it would end up going overall, because I'm casting a weighted fly with a very, very slow retrieve. So, even though I would count to 30 and start pulling it in, every time I paused, it would drop. So anyway, it was fun. I don't know what to say. There were some decent fish, and yeah, the wind just picked up. It's gotten really, really bad, and as soon as the wind picked up, the fishing just turned off. I'm not sure why that is. It may just be that I'm losing contact with my fly now because of the fact that the wind is now pushing the water towards me at a faster rate when I do that pause and strip again. The fly is dropping, but it's also coming forward, and then when I pull, I've got to catch up that slack. So that may be what's going on in the pause, and maybe that's why it's turned off. But anyway, it's 12:30, and so time to have some lunch. And today's lunch is another peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
My home, leave the stress behind, find peace in my mind. With the still water flowing, lines I'm throwing. Loneliness is not here, there is life everywhere. I seek solitude and rest, take the stress off my chest. Words are empty when the majestic is everywhere. Behind to give me peace of mind. You can't exist in the city, but are alive by the lake. Make some food and a drink, have a fire on the brink. Life is good if you let it, enjoy peace wherever you find it. With the still water flowing, lines I'm throwing. Loneliness is not here, there is life everywhere. I see solitude and rest, take the stress on my chest. Words are empty when majestic is everywhere.
Flowing lines I'm throwing.
Loneliness is not here, there is life everywhere.
I seek solitude and rest, taking stress off my chest. The words are empty when majestic is everywhere.
Exist in the city, but are alive by the lake. Alive by the lake.
A friend of mine wrote that for me. It's really cool when you've got friends that get you. Well, let's hope that cloud moseys its way on by. Okay, I've eaten lunch. The wind is down just a tad. I've come back to that spot to see if there are more fish here that are willing to strike. I'm using the hat cam. Hopefully the footage comes out okay. And I'm drying out my gloves. Okay, another one's coming up again. Okay, we'll see what we can do. So the wind definitely didn't die down. I think I'm going to move, head over there, see what there is to see over there. The wind's making it difficult to get a good presentation over here, so I'm going to go ahead and move. You know what, maybe I'll throw some casts in there. Maybe there's some fish hanging in those rocks. So what I'm going to try to do is cast out that way, count long enough for my fly to drift in, and start retrieving parallel to those rocks. And it's a rock. It's a rock. Well, let's hope I got out of the rock. Doesn't look like I did. Yes, I did. Cool. Okay, maybe a little closer. It didn't turn over, but that's okay. It's okay because it'll go deeper that way. It'll take me a while to get in touch with it, but that's okay. I'm gonna fish it anyway. Okay, let's see what we got going on out here. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and fish that. No luck there. This wind is making things hard, but before I climb out of here, and I thought I'd be able to go along this way, but looking at that off-camber granite, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to climb back out, but I'm gonna try throwing some casts in here, see if that does any good. Okay, I'm gonna climb out and go around. You see where all the white foam is drifting? Well, that's where all the food's gonna be. So I'm gonna go on the other side and fish in that area right there. Looks like I can just go across that way. Oh, I'm almost at the top, so I'm just gonna go this way. Okay, I'm moving to the far side right now. I'm descending down to the other side. I'm hoping I can come straight down here and I don't have to walk around. Yeah, that's not crazy. Just straight down in there. Easy as you please. Okay, so right in here, it's not really the kind of water I'm looking for. Back over there, maybe. I'm gonna fish it all though. You never know. Especially since there's so much food funneling in right here. Looks like Roger's where I was. Let's see if we can do anything over here. This is deeper than it looked. Okay, I've moved down a little bit. Roger's still where I was fishing. Wind isn't letting up. Can't even see where my fly lands anymore. Well, fishing has really slowed since that wind picked up. Got maybe 1 or 2 strikes, maybe, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of rocks down there at the bottom. Lost a fly or 2 on those rocks. Roger's fishing where I was fishing, or he was fishing where I was fishing. Now I think he's taking a nap. Yeah, he's taking a nap. So I'm going to continue around. I don't think I'm going to hammer the water too much longer though. If I don't start getting into some action, then I'm just going to head back to camp where it's a little bit sunnier, maybe a little warmer, I hope. So I've come out here behind this little island, and maybe the water's a little more protected. I don't know. Haven't seen a single fish since lunchtime. I don't know how Roger's doing over there, although I don't see him anymore, so he must have moved. Finally into a fish. So I went over behind the island in the really deep water. It's a good thing too, because I'm about to call it quits over here. Where am I going to land this fish? I guess I don't know. I guess I'll come over here. I can get down here without breaking my neck. There we go. Take my glove off. Ever you find it. It's a nice fish. What am I going to do with my rod? That's a good fish. Come on. There we go. Let's see if there are any more where that came from. And if not, I'll say I'll make 6 casts. And if not, then I'm going back to the other side. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I get him on the reel? Yeah, I probably could. Do I need to? That is the question. Can't. There he is. Maybe I'll try landing him over here. Maybe that's a better spot. Yeah. Yep, this is a better spot. My rod down without losing it. And I can reach down and grab the fish. Or maybe not. Another good fish. Now there's my fly. No. Okay, it's cast number 5. I've gone super deep. This was over a minute. Nothing. Okay. Maybe I should move for cast number 6. Okay, this one doesn't count as a cast because I just threw it out as I was trying to untangle my line. But since it's here and since it's close enough, I figure I might as well just fish it. It's only out maybe 20 feet. But I'll let it drop to the bottom. And then start my retrieve. Okay, not bad. Okay, so now I can move. I've got all my line drawn up. Okay, so last cast. This is cast number 6. Last cast, unless I catch a fish. If I catch a fish, then I'll keep casting until I don't catch a fish. How's that for a fun little game? That should be far enough. Okay, cast 6, do or die. This went down a little bit farther, I think, than 40 seconds. Okay, getting close. It's now or never. Survey says... Looks like survey says no. My rod tip's pointing almost straight down now. Yep. Alrighty, time to go. Well, that was fun. It's not often that you can say you're gonna do 6 casts and catch 3 fish or whatever it was. And it's really tempting to stay here and see, you know, if that'll repeat itself down the bank. But I essentially spent 3.5 hours fishless and then got into a whole bunch of fish. I could spend another 3.5 hours fishless. So it looks like we've got a storm coming in behind. I felt a couple of raindrops already, so I'm gonna try to get back to camp before it gets serious. So I think I'm gonna have to just go over this boulder field and then up that chute and head on over. I think instead of going to the top, I'm just gonna cut across there, see how high I am. Maybe high enough right there. Smoke is starting to come back in about the same time as yesterday, I guess. Well, that was a pretty good day of fishing. You know, it's always nice when you can come to a lake and you can find a pattern that you can fish with confidence. You know, this might not have been the best pattern for this lake. You know, somebody could have come and fished a black woolly bugger, right, and picked up 22-inch fish. But you know, it's consistent enough to have fun and pick up some good fish. So I'm about a quarter of the way back to the camp right now. Got a long way to go. I'm pretty sure I have to go over there, but I want to see if I can go down through there. I don't think I can. Let's check it out anyway. Nope, Nope, I'm wrong. I'm exactly where I want to be. Hot dog. Yeah, definitely would not want to be coming down here in the rain, because granite gets as slick as snot. I was today years old when I thought about doing this to put food on, or better yet, doing it that way. What a knucklehead. My tent's been taking a beating all day. Well, I guess this is the end of day 4. Tomorrow we pack up and leave. We're going to hit the PCT again, and then head to another off-trail location. So, pretty good day overall, as I said. That wind was ridiculous. It was rough, but you know, I lucked into a few places where I was able to catch fish. Roger picked up some fish, but it sounded like he had to really work for them, and he had a tough day. Tomorrow it's probably gonna be a six or 7 hour hike to the next destination. Some of it's off trail, and off trail is always slower than on trail. So we'll see. This is a lake that neither one of us has ever been to. We have high expectations, so we'll see how it goes. If you've watched until this point, if you've watched all the episodes until this point, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying them, and thanks for coming along.
The hills are calling, where the lakes are my home. Leave the stress behind, find peace in my mind. With the still water flowing, lines I'm throwing. Loneliness is not here, there is life everywhere.